Item Number SCP-096. Object Class Elucid. Description: SCP-096 is a humanoid creature measuring approximately 2.38 meters in height. Subject shows very little muscle mass, with preliminary analysis of body mass suggesting mild malnutrition. Arms are grossly out of proportion with the rest of the subject's body, with an approximate length of 1.5 meters each. Skin is mostly devoid of pigmentation, with no sign of any body hair. 096's jaw can open to 4 times the norm of average human. Other facial features remain similar to an average human, with the exception of the eyes, which are also devoid of pigmentation. It is not yet known whether SCP-096 is blind or not. It shows no sign of any higher brain function and is not considered to be sentient. 096 is normally extremely docile. The pressure sensors inside its cell indicate it spends most of its day pacing by the eastern wall. However, when somebody views 096's face, whether it be directly, via video recording, or even a photograph, it will enter a stage of considerable emotional distress. 096 will cover its face with its hands and begin screaming, crying, and babbling incoherently. Approximately 1 to 2 minutes after the viewing, 096 will begin running to the person who viewed its face, who will from this point on be referred to as SCP-096/1. Documented speeds have varied from 35 kilometers an hour to blanked out kilometers an hour, and seems to depend on the distance from SCP-096/1. At this point, no one material or method can impede SCP-096's progress. The actual position of 096/1 does not seem to affect 096's response. It seems to have an innate sense of 096/1's location. Note, this reaction does not occur when viewing artistic depictions. Upon arriving at SCP-096/1 location, SCP-096 will proceed to kill and, data expunged, SCP-096/1. 100% cases have left no traces of SCP-096/1. SCP-096 will then sit down for several minutes before regaining its composure and becoming docile once again. It will then attempt to make its way back to its natural habitat. Data redacted. Due to the possibility of a mass chain reaction, including breach of Foundation security and a large civilian loss of life, retrieval of the subject should be considered alpha priority. Dr. Blank has petitioned for immediate termination of SCP-096. Order is awaiting approval. Slashed out. Termination order has been approved and is to be carried out by Dr. Blank on data redacted. Special containment procedures. SCP-096 is to be contained in its cell. A 5M by 5M by 5M airtight steel cube at all times. Weekly checks for any cracks or holes are mandatory. There are to be absolutely no video surveillance or optical tools of any kind inside SCP-096's cell. Security personnel will use pre-installed pressure sensors and laser detectors to ensure SCP-096's presence inside the cell. Any and all photos, video, or recordings of SCP-096's likeness are strictly forbidden without approval from Dr. Blank or 05/blank. Thank you for watching this SCP read. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, leave a like and comment for any suggestions on anything else I could read. Also check out my channel, I do other Let's Plays. I'm also doing a Let's Play of SCP Containment Breach. Thank you again for watching. I really appreciate the likes and comments, and I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.
Please, everything after me right now. Shoot! What?
Rate. Blood drawn from 734 has a very high strategic value. An arterial catheter has been installed to provide a constant supply of blood samples, which are currently being stockpiled and researched.